Hi, my name is Andrew Finney with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Nevada Properties. Today we're going to chat about how to get a VA home loan after a foreclosure. To help us with this topic is going to be Bill Mayer from New American Funding. He's coming on next. Bill, thank you for coming by the office today and sharing more information with us about how a veteran can get a VA home loan after foreclosure.
Yeah, and Andrew, as always, thank you for having me on the show today. And guys, this is something that's really, really important. It's actually a really hot topic right now because, believe it or not, a lot of us veterans went through some hard times. I know I did, especially after the economy took a complete nosedive. And one of the biggest things is veterans come to us after a bankruptcy, after foreclosure, after a short sale. Specifically today, we want to talk about after a foreclosure. Believe it or not, you can turn around and you can purchase a home using your VA loan after foreclosure, and you can do it a lot sooner than a lot of veterans think.
That's a great point, Bill. So, I'm glad that you brought it up because a lot of us veterans have experienced harder times in the past. So when we're talking about getting a VA home loan after foreclosure, you just said something really interesting. Mm-hmm. You said that it could happen a lot quicker than we think. Yeah. What are the time requirements for getting a VA home loan after a foreclosure?
So I have a lot of veterans who've come to me, and even some veterans that are in the same industry as Andrew and I work in, that assumed that they couldn't buy because it's only been 6 years. It hasn't quite been 7, or some may even think it requires 10 years. But really, guys, if you have your eligibility for your VA loan, it's 2 years after the property is actually foreclosed on and the foreclosure is completed. It's 2 years from that date.
Okay, so it's 2 years after a foreclosure, not like what a lot of us had thought, because I actually thought it was maybe 7 years.
Yeah, I used to too.
So it's like 2 years.
Correct.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So what would be the first step that a veteran should do if they're like on the fence of saying, hey, we all get nervous.
Yeah.
So if you're like, hey, I want to get a home, but I'm not sure, do I really want to go through the pre-application phase? Can you walk us through that a little bit?
So really the first step, guys, and that's an awesome question, Andrew, is to complete an application, because really, if you've been through that process of a foreclosure, you might have just, threw your hands up in the air and walked away from the property. You don't really know when it was completed, when it was done.
Right.
Get the application done. You can complete that by clicking on going to that website right there, or give us a call at that number. And we can get the application done, usually 10-15 minutes. Look at the credit report, see how that looks. Get the property information for the property that foreclosed, look it up on public record, and see when the actual foreclosure took place so we can get the exact timelines down so we know when you'd be eligible.
Okay, so other than a veteran waiting 2 years after the date of their foreclosure to get their new VA home loan, what other guidelines could you share with us? Because, sometimes it might be an issue of possible VA loan entitlement reinstatement.
Yeah.
So what happens in that case, Bill?
And that happens more often than you think as well. So in the application process, we can actually pull a certificate of eligibility, and we can do it online, and we can actually a lot of times reinstate that eligibility online in most cases, as long as the foreclosure has been completed and the VA loan's been paid off through the foreclosure.
Okay, so how long does it normally take for a veteran to get their certificate of eligibility and get that loan amount reinstated?
Most of the time it can be done online. You're talking 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if there is, if you're a little bit of an older, more seasoned veteran, we might need to do a little bit more work. We might need to actually contact the VA. It could take, a week, maybe 2 in some cases.
Great. Bill, I really appreciate you coming by the office today and sharing more useful information with our fellow veterans about how to qualify for a VA home loan after a foreclosure.
Yep.
So, Bill, thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoy this real estate geekness with some lender goodness, please like and share. Enjoy a wonderful day.
Thank you.